Hankster did van life last night, huh? Say van life. Yep, that's what he said, van life. Before I could bring my 6-month-old Hankster out for a van life camping trip, I gotta get this cleaned up a bit and install a nice insulated floor. Now that I can see what I'm working with here, I'm going to take these flap disc and some spray can Rust-Oleum primer and go ahead and grind all the surface rust off the floor inside where it got a little moisture at some point in time. I'm just grinding all the brown rust part off to bare metal, feathering it out a little bit, and just throwing this stuff on it. It does not have to be perfect. It is going to be dry inside. There's no leaks. I went ahead and drew out the back section and did a bunch of measurements, put it all down on paper. Went in and took it in the garage, and I have a 1/2-inch 4x8 sheet of R 2.9 16 PSI Johns Manville foil-faced polyiso foam board insulation. Cool. Now, I went ahead and measured out some more, and I went a long ways this time. That way when I lay my subfloor down, I can actually overlap it so it's not landing on the exact edges as this foam board insulation, so it'll overlap it a little bit. Well, this was a work van in Alaska, and the guy had torches. I guess somehow he started the back of his seat on fire, which is cool because it stores windshield wipers. So now I'm on the last section right here. I'm going to go ahead and get this cut out. So once I get this cut out and fitting in there really good, I then have to take everything back out because I'm going to use each piece to trace onto my subfloor, which makes it a whole lot easier than trying to measure it all out again, because that took a little bit of time. So since I'm overlapping my foam board with my subfloor, I have to keep taking them out one at a time just to trace them, put them all back in, to get my measurements again, pull it back out, trace it, cut it. It's kind of a tedious process, but it doesn't take too long, and it gets done eventually. Now that I got the front section all nice and cut and set up in there, I'm going to go ahead and draw a line on my foam board in the back right here because it's overlapping. Subfloor is overlapping it. Draw that line right there so when I pull that out to trace it, I know exactly where it needs to be so I can cut my board and not have to mess with it too awful much. Now the reason I put the foil facing down is because when the van is heated in the wintertime, the heat will actually go down and bounce back off. It'll go down all the way through the insulation, bounce back off that foil, and back up, creating heated floors. That's my thought. Putting that backboard in was a real tight fit, but luckily there's an onboard tire iron that helped me right out. So before I put the rest of the subfloor in, I'm going to go ahead and take some of this foil tape and tape all my seams on the foam board just so I don't have any air leakage coming up through the floor, because there are some drill holes in the floor which I left there. That way in the ribs and underneath the insulation it gets a little airflow. I countersunk my screws, went ahead and put self-tappers right through there. Here I'm using a moisture block. It's a type of plastic that goes on subfloors, so if I spill my drink or I wet the bed or something, you know, it's possible, but that way my floor doesn't get moisture and rot out. So here I'm trying to figure out the best way to put this vinyl flooring. I figured going sideways like this is my best bet. The rear section is going to have a couple drawer systems in it and then a bed area. When you're going through the side doors and looking in, you're seeing that nice vinyl flooring, and it looks really good going this direction. I didn't just buy this van to build it for camping or put a floor in it and go camping with little Hankster. I actually started a mobile paintless dent repair business, and that's the intended use for this van. But sometimes I'll have to travel quite a ways away, and instead of getting a hotel, I'll be able to crash in my comfortable camper van. So I'm kind of killing two birds in one stone. There she is. Nice. Whew. That was fun. I picked up a couple boxes of this kill mat, it's called. It's a sticky silencing, sound deadening pad. I also picked up this little roller. It really helped. Make sure you get the roller if you're going to use this stuff. It's really cheap. But I picked it up off Amazon. Not sure of the link. Just look it up. Sound deadening pads on Amazon. It didn't take me long to stick all these on. I did the whole floor and all these stick-on things in the same day. This thing will quiet down this tin can like no other. It's pretty noisy when you're rolling around in like a metal barrel. This sound deadening really does the trick. Oh, and be sure it's at least 60 degrees or warmer outside, and the panels are a little bit warm when you're sticking this on. A little bit of heat really helps it stick much better. I was going to push myself and go ahead and do the insulation in the ceiling and put up some cedar and stuff, but I think I'm going to call it a night. Just a few days later, out of the blue, we decided to pack this rig up. We got up early as the rooster crows and went camping. That's what I'm talking about right here. Some good stuff. Kayaks on the top. Got the big old diesel 4-wheel drive van. Oh, the bed's made. Good little cribby thing for Hank. Keep the mosquitoes off him. Yeah, nice soft mattress. Autumn's putting up the screen tent. Haley's just relaxing. Oh, Talia's helping. Good stuff. Look at that. She said my van was ugly. Jackery. Hanksters! Hanksters! You getting mad? You wanna go swimming? You wanna go swimming? The girls are out there swimming. Having a good time.
Time.
Hey, baby, what you doing, Hanksters? Hanksters, say, Hankster, I'm Hankster. I'm big Hankster. Get me out of here. Nice little spot here. Look at this. Look at this. Walk down into here. We got a sandy beach. Goes way out there. I'd love to tell you all about this secret spot. All right, it's a state campground. Lake Melicokia, I believe it's called. Yeah, one day we were just out driving around and seen a sign to a lake and a boat launch and drove down the road, and lo and behold, this was a beautiful little hidden gem, I'll tell you. He's got the best seat in the house, huh? Look at that. Hankster, Hankster. Say hi, Daddy. Whee! Hanksters. Hanksters. How you doing, buddy? Whee! Good mood until I turned the camera on. So he was in a good mood until I turned the camera on. Hanksters! Hanksters! Night night, bubbies! Night night, bubbies! started van life last night, huh? Say van life. Van life. Yep, that's what he said, van life. Are you camping, buddy? You getting sissy? Thanks, dude. Thanks, dude. Thanks, dude. Gangster.
Truly beautiful.
Oh, Haley.
Getting the van floor done was great. What was even more great and just amazing was spending quality time with the family out here camping in the woods. And this was Hank's first time camping. He's 6 months old now and he really enjoyed it, and there's going to be a lot more of that.